got heated in the Women's League Cup last Sunday. We need to talk about what went down between Crystal Palace and Leicester City, specifically involving Ruesha Littlejohn. If you missed it, you missed a wild moment. Crystal Palace was cruising, leading Leicester 3-0 at Meadow Lane when everything kicked off in the 58th minute. It all started with a bit of a scuffle, some pushing and shoving between a few players. Leicester's Cain gave Littlejohn a shove in the back, and let's just say the 35-year-old Crystal Palace midfielder did not take it well. Not at all. In a flash, Littlejohn responded by grabbing Cain,
wrestling her to the ground in what can only be described as a full-on headlock.
The referee saw it immediately and didn't hesitate, showing Littlejohn a straight red card. It was a moment of madness that has everyone talking. Despite being down to 10 players for the last half hour, Crystal Palace managed to hold on to their 3-0 lead, securing the win. For the Irish fans watching, it was great to see Abby Larkin and Hayley Nolan both getting the start for the Eagles and putting in a solid performance. But the main story coming out of this match is undoubtedly Littlejohn's red card and the impending suspension. Now, the big question is, what happens next? Ruesha Littlejohn is facing a serious suspension for violent conduct. A straight red 4, something like this, usually means a minimum of a 3-match ban. But given the nature of the incident, a headlock is pretty extreme. The Football Association could decide to extend it. They'll review the referee's report and the footage, and Littlejohn will have to wait anxiously to hear her fate. It's a tough situation for both her and the club. This incident comes at a tricky time for Littlejohn. She only joined Crystal Palace back in September on a 1-year deal, so she's still relatively new to the squad.
This suspension will be a major setback for her efforts to solidify her place in the team.
For those who've followed her career, you'll know it's been a bit of a journey recently.
The Glasgow-born Ireland international was a free agent after a very short 3-month stint with Shamrock Rovers,
which ended back in June. Before that, she had spells with clubs like Aston Villa and Birmingham City. So she's a vastly experienced player, which makes this moment of indiscipline even more surprising. On the international front, Littlejohn remains a key player for the Republic of Ireland. In fact, she's part of Carla Ward's squad for the upcoming friendly against Hungary, which is being played behind closed doors in Marbella. This domestic ban won't affect her international availability, which is a silver lining for the girls in green. Fans will remember she was instrumental in their recent success, starting both legs of that fantastic Nations League playoff win against Belgium back in October, which secured their promotion. Her experience is vital to that squad, so they'll be glad to have her available. So, while Crystal Palace celebrates a 3-0 victory, the shadow of this red card looms large. Littlejohn will miss crucial upcoming games, and the team will have to adapt without her presence in the midfield. It's a reminder of how quickly things can change in football and how moments of anger can have significant consequences. We'll be keeping a close eye on the official announcement from the FA regarding the length of her suspension, and we'll bring you that update as soon as it is released. What are your thoughts on the incident? Was the red card deserved? How long do you think the ban should be? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. And if you want to stay up to date with all the latest in women's football, make sure you hit that subscribe button. See you in the next one.